Folks, glad to see you. And as always, hope everything's doing well for you, man. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. It's not just Gonzalo Lira that is probably in imminent danger of not being alive. Not just him. The fact that this cat was doxxed by a news agency, the Daily Beast, because they had a problem with the way that he spoke about misandry and the way that men are treated here in this country. It should not just be shocking to you, it should be an outrage. It should be an outrage. The Daily Beast should be burned to the ground. This should not be acceptable on any level, anywhere. Anywhere. We get to you real quick, and this is Ashton Cirillo, Sarah Ashton Cirillo. This is not a woman. It's not a woman.
Just trying to clear some space for the rescue workers to work. The sounds of saws are operating all around me.
This creepy motherfucker has rejoiced and aided in Gonzalo Lira's doxing. The Transformers are getting busy, and they're telling everybody out there that they're willing to kill you. They're willing to kill you to pursue this filthy, deviant lifestyle. I'm not going to speak much more about this whack journalist. Not going to speak much more about that motherfucker at all. That's not a journalist, and that's not a woman. Well, we're coming down to it, ain't we? We're coming down to it. I've had more people in the last month or so posit the thought to me, say, getting kind of close, ain't it? Yeah, it's getting kind of close. The only thing I can suggest to you is that you have your shit in order and you be ready to do what you need to do. I was not a fan of Coach Red Pill. Not a fan of Coach Red Pill. I thought that he was much too lax and much too milquetoast. But that shouldn't get you killed. That shouldn't have an American media agency calling up the Ukrainian authorities and doxing you to them. That shouldn't be happening. That's not media. That's not exposing somebody about disinformation. That is contributing to the potential death, capture, torture of a citizen. Chilean citizen, American citizen, lived in the Ukraine for many years. And he, above all, should have known what was coming. And this is what I tell you. When you get those motherfuckers that are waving that passport in your face, get your passport, man. Get your it can pop off anywhere at any point in time. If you don't have your ear to the ground, if you're not reading what's going on around you, especially if you're in a contentious relationship like the Ukraine is with Russia, then you're going to get caught up in this shit. Bandit Quad 1-4. Media has now moved from media to combatants. Time to get what comes to them. Yes, I agree. They are war combatants now. I agree with you. I agree with you. The more hostile these so-called media pundits and journalists become towards me, towards you, towards anybody that questions that fucking narrative, the less respect I have. As a matter of fact, I have this much respect for any mainstreamers out there now. There's a lot of crackpot alt media, but I get more truth out of them than I do these motherfuckers on these major networks with millions and millions being pumped into your head. Like I said, I was not a fan of Coach Red Pill. I don't know if the man is dead. I don't know if he's been captured. I don't know if he's in hiding. What I know is that an American media institution doxed a citizen. That's what I know. Daily Beast. How a sleazy American dating coach became a pro-Putin shill in the Ukraine. These motherfuckers are going to burn for this. They're going to burn. Because if they're going to do it to him, they're going to do it to you. Is it a little more real to you now? Are you been saying and saying and saying and saying. You get it? I'm not here to debate Gonzalo Lira's philosophy on life. He can have that philosophy. Here, it's very clear that you can't have it just about anywhere else without being murdered or disappeared or tortured or having to run for your life. He peddled sexist bile and toxic relationship advice within a subculture populated by men's rights activists and incels. That's going to be every one of you, even if you're not a man. You will be lumped in with us. You see, the narrative is now complete. Now it's just time to clean house. Do I need to read this? I probably don't even need to bother reading this trash. Probably don't need to bother. Hang on a second.
Of our first guest, Gonzalo. It's with great regret and even greater sense of concern and anxiety and more that I have to tell you that there is still no sign of our first guest, Gonzalo Libra. We spoke with him on Friday and booked this appearance this evening. He has not yet logged in. We have not been able to contact him. Over the last hours, many people from around the world have been messaging me saying that it is some time since they heard from Gonzalo Lira, sometime since he answered any personal messages. Now, some of those were prior to him answering ours, if indeed it was him that was answering. It is a matter of grave concern, close to an emergency, that this brave man, a Chilean citizen, and I hope the Chilean government is already cognizant of the fact that their compatriot may be in grave danger in Kharkov, in the Ukraine. You may or may not be familiar with the work that Gonzalo has already done. He has brought us right from the front line, the truth as he saw it, down there on the street, in and amongst the war zone in Kharkov. His testimony may be wholly correct, partly correct, completely incorrect, but it is his take. And as I have been saying, how can you possibly know that the information you are acting on is correct if you do not hear the other side of the story? This is really not rocket science. How can you possibly know that the story you're being told by your government and the media entirely loyal to your government is telling the truth? Have they a track record of telling the truth? Do the Donald Trump supporters in the United States think the American media are paragons of truth? Do the Brexit supporters in Britain think that our media is a paragon of the truth? Do the Jeremy Corbyn supporters in Britain think that our media is a paragon of truth? Those that know and lived through the lies about the Iraq war, the Libyan war, the Afghan war, the Syrian war, the Yemen war.
Is he lying? Is he lying? Is he not telling the truth? Of course he's telling the truth. And I see your comments. I see what you're saying down there. That he was extremely careless. It doesn't goddamn matter if the motherfucker was careless or not. You don't get dead over an opinion. You don't get disappeared. You don't have to run for your life over an opinion. Like I said, I don't know if anything has happened to the man. What I do know, my focus on this is not as if he's been killed or if he's a prisoner or if he's being brutalized. My focus on this is an American institution doxing a citizen to a foreign government. That is my point, nothing else.
Do we have a government and a media that can be trusted? Only a fool would say yes to that question. And yet, so few people are speaking up against the monstrous imposition of absolute censorship of a major war, so that we see and hear and read the point of view our government intends us to consume. This is a monstrosity in a democracy, in a country that has no free speech, cannot possibly be called a democracy.
Are you wrong? Is he wrong? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. The veil is coming off, folks. It's being peeled back. Now it's just a matter of time. Now it's just a matter of how many of you sit on your asses until they come to you with clubs and handcuffs. Do you do that? You just go quietly, just kind of hope that it's all a bad dream? Or do you finally start standing up? Your citizens are now being disappeared. You would not have thought that possible 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You wouldn't have thought that possible. Now, I'm not stupid. I'm not delusional. I understand that for as long as this country's been around, political opponents have been disappeared or silenced, killed, murdered, walked into some concrete shoes somewhere. I get it. I understand. That's not my point. My point is that the Daily Beast, if this guy has died, is 100% complicit and responsible for his murder. Now, I don't know that he's alive. I don't know that he's not alive. I don't know. What I know is that he hasn't communicated with some time. He's missed several scheduled appointments, and he's right there in Kharkov, or he was. You just don't know. Please, for all of you people that are out there waving passports at people saying, get your passport, man. The pussy's so much better over there. Stop it. Please stop that. You might get some temporary relief, a little respite, but you're not going to go over there and find an incredible life. The virus of feminism, of authoritarianism, is all over the world. It just depends on what dose you think it's good or not good. Let me get in the comments real quick before we pick up another few of these videos. Things that I want to show you. Celibate Scorpion endeavors. I think he was caught when he started his interview with Galloway, because on the day of the interview, when he is waiting for Gonzalo, you can hear a guy scream in the background. Well, I haven't heard that, so I don't know. If you show me that or direct me to that, then I can make an educated decision on that. Buck for your gold. Totalitarianism. No one being able to express an opinion different than the government or the corporate narrative. Correct. Avi Scotland Flower. The content creators in the community disparaging on Gonzalo. I can't stand that. Do they not see they could be next? No, they don't. And they don't care. They care about the very next hit of dopamine. The very next endorphin rush. That's what they care about. They can't for the life of them understand that just because you disagree with this guy on some type of a moral or philosophical level, that this could be heading to you. That this could be you. Some motherfucker could try to walk in here right now and do it to me. Do you think that you're that safe? You're not. It happens all the fucking time. Don't you people read anything? Don't you see anything that's going on? Is it just comfortable for you to be a fucking slave? To sit down there and just eat your little bowl of Cheerios? Is that what you got going on, man? Then you ain't got nothing going on. I'm firmly convinced that people today, by and large, most all people, the fucking fight has gone out of them. As I've said, I didn't see eye to eye with Coach Red Pill. I didn't really like him, but he shouldn't be dead because I don't like him. He shouldn't be running for his life because I don't like him. I don't know if this is some kind of an op. I don't know if it's a put on. I don't know if it's staged. None of that shit I really care about. I care about the fact that in black and white, you see an American media institution doxing a citizen to a government, which is unfucking believable. It's stunning to me that that has actually happened. That's a thing. See this one? Who owns Interactive Corp? Of course, the prior entry was who owns the Daily Beast? IAC Interactive Corp is an American holding company that owns brands across 100 countries, mostly in media and the internet. The company is headquartered in New York City and incorporated in Delaware, good old Joe Biden's home state. Joey Levin, who previously led the company's search and application segment, has served as CEO since June. These scumbag pieces of shit own the Daily Beast, and the Daily Beast just participated in perhaps getting a citizen killed. Daily Beast phone numbers are available online, and I would suggest that every fucking one of you get on the horn, call them, and blast them. This is the most irresponsible son of a bitchin' fucking thing I've seen in a long time. And I've seen some shit. And so have you. Free Ross, they will never be held accountable. I think you're probably right. Is Dude Man in here? Dude Man. They're killing citizens. Dude Man, I thought you were over there. Is this Portuguese MGTOW? If it's not, somebody else has got your moniker there, homeboy. Because it's my understanding that Portuguese MGTOW and Chris Cantu are also over there and nobody's heard from them. Pulse Kebab, hit the likes. Thank you very much, folks. I appreciate you. 507 sets of eyeballs right now. And I think I can only tell you one thing for those 507 sets of eyeballs. Get your shit in gear. Get your shit in gear. If you don't own a firearm, get one. If you don't have a couple of 5-gallon buckets set aside with some beans and some rice and some spice, get it. The day may come very quickly that you're going to need it. AP 530, I talked to Chris Cantu. He got out of the Ukraine. Good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Cantu left. Good. Jim McIntosh, I think Chris Cantu got out, but I can't prove it. Well, a lot of folks are saying that he's out. Good. Good, good, and good. That's all I can say is good, good, and good. Gents, I'm going to open the chat. So if you want to pop on in, be my guest, pop on in. I will get to you as I can. Please don't think that I'm ignoring you. But yeah, you know how it goes, man. Sometimes the chat gets a little populated. Nickname Hammerhand. You rock, so eloquent and spot on. I love your shows. Are you a mechanic? Yes. Yes. I'm a mechanic. I'm a driver. I'm a photographer. I'm a musician. I could be an actor if I wanted to be. I'm a writer. What else? Collector. Kind of on the fat side. I'm that too. And I've also got morals, ethics, values, and principles. Welcome to the stream, Solar Wolf. What's up, Solar?
Yo, Hammerhand. It's great talking to you. I've been a big fan of yours.
What's up, brother? What can we do for you, man?
Nothing much. Just this whole Coach Red Pill thing. What the hell is going on?
Well, apparently, Coach Red Pill, Gonzalo Lira, is over in Kharkov, and he's been there for years, and he got stuck there when the Russians crossed over, and he had been reporting on it, and the scumbags at the Daily Beast picked up on it and doxed him to the Ukrainian authorities, and nobody's heard from him in about 8 days.
Fuck. Sorry to say that on stream. Sorry.
That's okay. You say what you want on the stream, brother. This is free speech here.
Yeah.
Fuck these motherfuckers. If they want to kill the stream, fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I may never like Coach Red, but the only time I ever heard his voice is from when he was on Terrence Pop. And to me, it was just pure cringe to me. But holy fuck, he doesn't deserve this at all.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be dead. You know, if he's dead, he shouldn't be on the run. He shouldn't be fearing for his fucking life over an opinion, and he shouldn't be in this position because an American Media Institute put him in this position.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if they'll do it to him, they'll do it to you. And don't think that your authorities over here and your government is any fucking different, because they're not.
No, they're not. I've been. I know my government never been with me since I've been Red Pill almost since 2011.
There you go. Good long time.
Oh yeah.
Good long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They usually a lot of contact back in YouTube. I remember all those days, and back in YouTube was wild.
Yeah.
I remember one time.
Wild West, brother. Wild West.
Oh yeah. You heard of? Have you heard of this YouTube channel way back then? It's called Drinking Kool-Aid 66.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember all those documentaries they were putting on YouTube about the sex tourism on the women's side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I remember this one woman who brought her whole family to Turkey. She brought her babies, her kids, and they went shopping with her daughters. And they left the boys in the hotel for a couple of days. And they interviewed the boy, and they say, "Yeah, my mom just left me for a couple of days to go with my sisters." And she got her and her daughters got with young Turkish men, like about age 15, to have sex.
Well, and
yeah, these women they talk about a lot of horrible things about the centrism for men, but no one talks about the side of the women. They tend to make this a family trip, and they get either all kinds of these diseases, and nobody's talking about this.
No, a lot of them don't do anything, man, except to go out there and indulge in this fucking debauchery because it's what they're programmed to do. So, comments, questions, concerns, my friend?
Well, hope Chris Ripper's okay. I may not like him, but he doesn't deserve this at all.
I agree.
Right.
I don't have any great love for the man, but I hope that this is not the case. I hope that he is not deceased.
Yeah, hope not. I'll probably go out and work out.
Puniti.
See you later.
Peace. Welcome to the stream, Undead Chronic. What's up, brother?
Did someone say Puniti?
Yeah, he did, and I'm cordial, and I said it back. So
it's like the bat. It's like the bat symbol for Undead Chronic. Someone says Puniti. I'll hop in this bitch.
So, what do you think about that, man? American media doxes a citizen to Ukrainian authorities, and this guy has disappeared.
Now, when did they do that specific dox?
It was about 20 days ago.
Yeah, they just doxed libs of TikTok like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who the person ended up being?
No.
It's a Jewish woman.
That's fucking amazing.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
This evil white supremacist. Oh, she's a Jewish woman.
That's amazing. You mind if I bring one more person in real quick?
Go ahead.
All right. Welcome to the stream. Rebel Against Defeat. Rad.
Oh no, his mic.
Can't hear you. Hold on. It says that your mic is not connected,
There
Rad.
you go. How about that?
All right, we got you, brother. What's going on?
Good to see you too.
What's up, sir? So what do you think about this, man?
I think it's disgusting. I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
a big fan of Coach Red Pill. He has said some things over the years that I align with, but this is disgusting.
Yeah, but should this guy even be in this fucking position? No. You can disagree with somebody without wanting them fucking dead.
Correct.
And this is going to be a watershed moment. If this guy turns up dead or he doesn't turn up at all, I promise you, you're not going to hear the end of this. This is never going to go away. Not with these guys. I know these guys well enough to know that this won't go away.
Yeah. No, it's I don't care. Yeah, it's disgusting. That's the only word I could think about.
The Daily Beast killed an American.
Well, I mean, we don't know for sure, but it's kind of looking that way. Chronic, are you on a timetable?
No, I'm done with the meeting. I'm good.
You're done. You're good. Why don't you guys chat for a minute? And you can read off some comments. I'm going to go drain the main vein, and I'll be right back.
You got it. Undead, how's it going, brother?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm waiting for my turn to get doxxed.
Well, my face is out there, so it is what it is. You know, we live in a world where strength wants to be taken down. That's the key. They, if you're strong, the weak, the left, the cancel culture, they do not want us around.
The ones with the most strength and the most power use it to manipulate the emotional weak masses to ensure nobody else that's strong without power can ever rise up. That's the name of the game.
I agree 100%.
Like all these commies making all this money, all these lawyers and all these news organizations, that's power. And they will use it to stop anybody from getting a semblance of that.
100%. Their agenda is first and foremost.
Well, I mean, as should ours. But they have the power and they convinced emotion. Well, here's the problem. People just need to realize democracy is, it's like a warm dog shit. Yeah, you want to eat your food warm, but what are you eating?
Right.
Dog shit. That's what democracy is.
It doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah. Well, everybody can vote. Everybody can fly into the country. Anybody can do whatever. I'm talking about the U.S. for now.
Yeah.
And what do they vote for? They vote to take away my power. They vote to oppress me. They vote to tax me. They vote to replace me. They vote to straight up just arrest and murder us. So why would I respect a tool? It's like, you know, I respect the gun of the dude carjacking me.
Right.
It's like, okay, but would you rather them not having that gun? Yeah, no, I don't want them to have that gun.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. At the end of the day, we could do all we can and vote and do everything, and a machine will overturn it, or a court will overturn it.
Jeff Hook says leftist organizations are no worse than rightist organizations. I don't know. I'd rather have a bunch of people knocking on my door talking about Jesus than a bunch of people trying to cut off my children's testicles. That's just me.
Yeah. 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 So, gentlemen, I don't know, man. I don't want to expand this panel to like 10 or 12 fucking people, but I've got quite a few waiting.
Hey, I jump off, Hammer. I just want to say, hey, keep up the good work, both of you. Hey, take some pictures of the racetrack this weekend.
Oh yeah, man. I'll either leave tonight or I'll be leaving early in the morning, and we'll be out there for a couple of days. Tomorrow looks pretty good, so I think we'll get a full day in.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Peace, Rad.
Peace.
Oh man. So you kind of forecast this.
What? Coach Red Pill getting yeeted?
Well, no, not necessarily Red Pill himself, but the fact that the American media was going to go above and beyond to link anybody that didn't toe the gynocentric line to extremism or to terrorism, and eventually start killing motherfuckers.
I mean, when we talked, this was like the first stream we talked about that like 2.5 years ago. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, you just look at how they treated us 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse.
I know. You ready for another one, brother?
Yeah, take on.
All right, cool. Broderick Black, welcome to the stream, sir.
Hello?
BB.
Broderick, got you?
Can you hear me?
What's up, sir? Yes, sir.
Hey,
yeah, we got you, man. What's choppy. Up? Yeah, it's not us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can hear me. Hey, man.
Yes.
It wasn't not too long ago in one of your one of your videos, I had dropped the point that we as men are up and souffle because of all this division. Like, it wasn't too long ago, I was talking to an Uber driver. He had just broke up with this girl because she was trying to monkey wrench to his best friend. And I had told him, I'm like, okay, first of all, his girl already came with like kids from another relationship. That was strike one. That was strike one. Strike two was the fact that she was blasting him on social media. Okay, then I forgot to spit into this guy. And I told him, like, they want you to feel like you're alone. I had recommended him to Undead Chronic. I had told him, go over to the Chronic's channel, watch the videos, get into the live stream, because you need to learn.
Uh-oh. He dipped out.
Just slap a no hymen sticker on the back of one of the seat pillows, the seat cushions, so someone gets in, they see it, like, what's that?
Yeah, well, he dipped out. Sorry about that.
Hammerhand. I knew a guy whose single mother dumped him. It's like, you want to hear that? Hammerhead, the cockroaches that were eating my bread flakes left.
What the fuck is a guy thinking getting with somebody that has kids and he knows he's being trashed out and then he's just good with it? What the fuck? Where have men fallen to? What depth of fucking hell have we gone into?
I would die childless, and I would mind wipe all memories of Puniti from my brain before I ever associate with a single mother.
Absolutely. Broderick Black, you're back on the stream, brother. Sorry about that. We got you, bro. You good? Man, this camera's just breaking up, homie. It's not willing to hold a signal. You. Yeah, I don't think he can hear me, so I'm going to go ahead and take him on out of there.
That's all right.
So we'll bring Carry On in. What's up, Carry On?
I'm good.
Good to hear you, brother. What's going on?
It's crazy that supposedly the most freest country in the world that has respect for reporters and freedom of speech would put their own citizens or allow someone to put their own citizens in danger of a country that they're bending over backwards for praising. It's like me having a child. I'm supposed to protect that child. I'm not a parent, but I'm a teacher or something. And after I don't like the thing the child says, so I'm going to tell this criminal, the child lives here. I know you want to find him. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen to me. And the school's supposed to be looking after this child, and the child disappears for a period of time.
Yeah.
I am.
Well, public school teachers grape children at thousands times more than Catholic priests.
Yeah.
I'll try making a great joke about public school teachers.
I've put up 3 of them just in the last 10 days. 3.
Yeah.
And between them, they fucked over about 30 kids.
The memes or the stories where it's some hot high school teacher, some hot middle school teacher. She's like graping.
Yeah.
Yo, you're about to see. It's gonna be like a cop buddy movie. It's Chronic and Ribby going to middle school. We're sitting there with full beards, and the teacher's just like, "Are you sure you're in middle school?" We're like, "Oh yeah." I really don't want to get touched inappropriately.
Yeah, not today, right? So, Kyrian, comments, questions, concerns, brother?
This is not surprising that it's happening to people like us now. We're technically an enemy to them, not because of anything we have done physically, because of what we say and the beliefs that we hold. We actually hold value in ourselves and we want to improve ourselves. We want to see society improve as well, but we're against their goals. We're technically holdbacks of our old civilization and they want to get rid of us. So it makes sense they do this. They don't want to do it themselves right now. They want to make it look like other countries are bad and other countries are doing this crazy stuff. But it's like, I know in the flick of a hat, you would do the exact same thing. You showed me over the last 3 years, I could say, that you would do this to me as long as it's politically beneficial to you. I can't trust any country. I don't care which side you're on. It's like, oh, Russia's bad, Ukraine's bad. I'm like, nah, all countries and governments are dodgy. Do not trust them. Like, oh, my country's fine now. Yeah, now, because you're not the one that they're going after.
That's right. Until it affects these people directly, they don't understand that.
Mhm.
So, comments, questions, concerns, carry on.
Now, that's all I have to say.
All right, brother. I appreciate you dropping in, man. I'm gonna grab somebody else.
Yeah, see you later.
Let me make a point here, Hammerhand.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
I hear all the time, especially as a warband, as the prophet of warband philosophy, bro, just go overseas.
Yeah, no shit.
Bro, just go over, just find her a ticker overseas and take her there. There is one reason I'm gonna go overseas. It's because of what I trust. Do you not trust Hammerhand? I got a 40 caliber Keltec right here. It's foldable. I could put it in a backpack. I could put it in a damn laptop case. I just took it to the range, and I'm trying to clean it a little bit. I trust this weapon.
Yes, sir.
I trust my training. I don't trust Ukraine. I don't trust any of these Zog governments. I don't trust any of them.
Nope.
But I will trust the fact that there will be a lot of crying families at a lot of ABC agency funerals if they try that shit here. And then I'll die a happy man.
It's the only reason that it hasn't happened. You know, somebody was talking to me earlier today, and is one of the two long-term females that I speak to from time to time, and she said, "Man, how is that not happening over here?" And I said, "There's two things that stop it from happening here right now: the belief in 1A and 2A, and that's why they're constantly under attack. If one of them goes, the other one's going right behind it, and then you motherfuckers are going to be in a position that you never dreamed possible."
You're chronic. What are you going to do with all your ghost guns? What ghost guns? I saw you bring them to the range once, man. Oh, wait, no, dude. Look at the film. It's just me holding nothing. It's a ghost, bro. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right on. Let me get Trickster 66 in here. What's up, Trickster?
Hello, Hammer. Hello, Undead.
What's up?
What's up, brother? Sorry about the wait.
Oh, no worries. I just want to say that I've listened to Gonzalo Lira for quite some time, and he was very informative. It was great value. I live in Sweden, and it's very, very hard to get accurate information about the war in Ukraine. I just found the information very interesting. You know, he had a lot of knowledge. I felt he knew a lot about it.
It's because he lives there.
And history of it, and all this. And it was so valuable because we don't get. It's such, the censorship is just insane.
Why do you think you're not hearing anything on your news? All of these governments work together to deprive you of what's actually happening. I said from the very start that this is a war that they don't want to be. They want it to be huger, much, much bigger than what it's actually what it actually is. This is not a war. It's not a war. They're trying to justify and manufacture consent for people to accept it so that they can go in there with the backing of the people. And I refuse. I'm not supporting this fucking shit.
Trickster, have you ever been choked before?
It seems like more and more people are getting sort of waking up. I hope so. Many are still asleep, but it seems like it's breaking through. This trying to see the truth. And I was very worried.
I got a question for you, Trickster.
Trickster.
What?
I got a question for you. Have you ever been choked before or choked out? From behind, during a fight, anything like that?
He says, have you ever been choked out?
Can you not hear me? Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you. No, I haven't. I have not been.
Hammerhand, have you had someone try to choke you?
No, I got knocked out once though.
Okay. So for those who have been in street brawls where there's like people running in and out, taking pot shots, going to the ground, getting choked. And you get choked, your vision just kind of tunnels, and then there's a curtain that goes over you. But you're still cognizant for a bit, but you're feeling yourself get weak mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Censorship is choking your soul. It's choking your intelligence, like the rationality, your person, who you are. And so what do you do?
Interesting analogy. It's the same thing.
Yes. You find ways to fight back. be it a blade, be it a rock, you fight back. In this metaphor of choking, that is.
Gentlemen, I see you all backstage. Just hang tight and be patient.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say. I just want to say that he had balls, Gonzalo Lira. He seemed to be a brave man, and I just want to thank you for the time.
Yes, sir.
Great talking to you, Hammer. Great talking to you, Undead. Thank you for the time.
Peace.
Nice for you to be here, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump him on out of there, and then I don't know, man. My like I said, people want to try to debate the ethics of Coach Red Pill or the message of Coach Red Pill. That's not why I'm on here. I'm not on here to talk about what the guy did right or what he did wrong. He dropped some red pills. He dropped some blue pill shit. You know, that's the way I see it. That's why I never followed him consistently, because I never felt like he was consistently in my corner where this stuff, what I talk about, matters.
He was not tactical.
No,
Right?
no.
So
not
I can assess this, and I'll say it like this. That's a stupid person. That's a really stupid person.
Well, pretty goddamn comfortable for somebody that's in Kharkov to be doing what he was doing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's two things. One, he's either ignorant of the situation, didn't realize that pro-Russian Ukrainian politicians, mayors were getting murdered on Zelensky's command.
No, he did recognize it. His last fucking tweet, he put down a list of people that have been disappeared or jailed. And he says, if you don't hear from me within 12 hours, add my name to the list. So he was totally aware.
So what's the deal? He was willing to die for pro-Russian Ukrainians' freedoms, but as opposed to the U.S. freedoms, he ran away because it wasn't worth the fight. I don't get that.
I guess. And that's kind of the way it looks, don't it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really watch too much of his content, but we all know the golden rule of YouTube. Do you know what it is, Hammerhand? I've told you a lot.
You got to tell me. Go ahead.
Oh, well, the golden rule of YouTube is if they got Coach anything in their name, they're 100% a bitch.
Yeah, I've said that many, many times. And so if you've got Coach in your name and you haven't coached anything, it's an automatic pass for me. No thanks. Like to bring to the stream Real Talk. What's up, Real Talk?
How you guys doing today?
What's up, brother? Sorry about the wait.
Oh, it's all good. I just want to touch emphasis on a few different things. Now, first and foremost, did that article, was it really highlighting him being a quote-unquote shill for Putin, or was it more or less highlighting what he represents from his YouTube endeavor?
Both. But it was much more about his manosphere activity than it was him living in Kharkov and reporting on it. But the Daily Beast, he there's a video that I've got that I'll show you here. I believe, actually, hold on a second. Let me go ahead and bring it up real quick. See if I can pull this up real quick, and we'll just play it.
I didn't talk about an apostate, an ex-Muslim being an ex-Muslim. I just told her enemies where they live because they also happen to be a Democrat. I didn't intend for that to happen.
Right.
That's the game they play.
So my point is here that if we look at the liminal order shooter, if we look at the subway shooter, there is a pattern now being established. And I think whoever pulled the psychological operation where they pinned your face artificially on that video, I think these are all psychological operations to judge our reaction. They're watching through the online social media platforms. So here's the thing. If he is dead, we're not going to see any evidence of it. So if we don't see him anymore, we have to assume that he's dead. So they're going to see people up in open arms, because when you think about it, this community is the last stand of masculinity. A lot of the people in the community are financially well off. So if you target these people and you get society wanting to go after these type of people, then we're a scapegoat that if we get out of this society, if our influence gets out of this society, you can kiss it goodbye. So I see this as a long pattern. Now, the problem is this, I think you guys just pinpointed the most important aspect of this is who sits there in a battlefield, nevertheless, if they have business affiliation or whatnot, but who sits there criticizing, going back and forth, uploading all these YouTube videos and attracting as much attention as possible. it's just very skeptical. I think this is a psychological operation, and it's just a long list. Because here's the thing: is YouTube doesn't let anyone through those fucking algorithms that they do not want to promote. The Glowies claim that they are watching the Subway guy since 2019. That's before Kevin Samuels ever blew up. How do we know that Kevin Samuels wasn't selected to blow up for this particular psychological operation where there's no video evidence? That's the thing is
we've already said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's bring something up here, and I don't want to beat a dead horse filled with other men's zinc and Cuck Murphy, but let me ask a question. If a professed war band supporter who bought my shirts went off and Minecrafted a bunch of people, all of the war band would get doxxed the next day sitting in jail. So why did Cuck Murphy, why did his god, one of the people he slurped on Twitter for years, go off and shoot? Why did nothing happen to him? It's easy. This flesh abomination with tentacles doesn't attack itself. Cuck Murphy's at the end of a tentacle covered in man juice trying to lead men the wrong way. So the fact that he wasn't canceled by the powers that be after that proves that's all I need to know. He is one of them.
Yep. We always knew that he was one of them. They tried the infiltration angle with the fucking Democrat to deplorable shit, and that exploded. That blew up in their fucking faces. So let me play this clip real quick, and then we'll get right back to the convo.
The Ukrainian government did not respond to a request for comment. That means that the Daily Beast got in touch with the Zelensky regime to ask about me, to see if they knew about me. I mean, they're sort of like, hey, Zelensky regime, there's this guy in Kharkov called Gonzalo Lira, and he's saying things that, you guys don't like. Do you have any comment?
Well,
there's one thing I want to touch on. Let's say that he is a part of this psychological operation and he never shows his face again. How much is our online engagement believing that he's dead? How much is that worth to the people who are running the show? I think it's extremely valuable because they can set up.
Is concerned. You're right.
Yeah, they can set up the next psychological operation. And there's one thing I want to pinpoint. Watch his videos. Count how many videos he is wearing an orange baseball cap. I believe this is a part of their symbolism. Now, I know this can be a conspiratorial lens, but
I think this is much better explained by the fact that Coach Red Pill got the mind of a woman once he blew up, and he kept on making videos because he wanted attention.
Yeah. Yep, you got the wrong kind of attention.
I think that's more plausible than he's on the inside and what have you. Because if taking him out like this is part of an operation to demoralize us, they don't know this space. They really don't. If they know the space good enough to know and set him up, they would know that this would be fuel to the fire, a martyr for a lot of men.
So real talk, comments, questions, concerns, brother?
Yeah, the last thing I want to say is I see him wearing this orange cap over and over and over. The color orange is those of the quote-unquote Freemasons, because in this code that dates back to Kabbalah, known as Gematria, orange equals 33, and we know that's their number. So I want people to go and see how many videos this guy is wearing an orange baseball cap. I've seen a lot of them so far, and I'm like, man, is this symbolic to something else? I don't want to go off on a tangent, but it's just something to consider. But yeah, thanks for having me, Hammer and Chronic. Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys are always on point.
You got it, brother. Thank you for coming on, man.
Peace out and puniti.
Peace out, puniti.
So wait, Hammer, do I have to throw away my orange banana hammock now?
I would. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because I got it at the lodge as a gift from my founding father.
Man, look, there's symbolism in just about everything. And if you choose to see certain things in just about everything, then that's what you're going to see. What I'm seeing right now is that we don't have Gonzalo Lira anywhere. We don't have a beat on him. We don't have a location on him. And if he turns up dead, then that seriously affects what this young man just said. So, yeah.
I still like the theory that he just wants attention.
It's possible. It's possible. Let's welcome Bandit to the stream. What's up, Bandit?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Just want to talk about some few things real quick. Okay.
Please.
I did mention about the whole informant issue and how they're enemy combatants at this point. That's how we should view them as. They're not our friends, they're our enemies.
I agree.
Second of all, real quick, at this point, the only way we can combat this is basically an internet bill of rights. This is the last stand of the internet. If we lose this battle of doxing, the internet's over as we know it, and there's nothing we can't go back from this. It's over.
I don't think the internet's going to save us. They can just send the feds to my house right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to save us. I'm saying it's not going to be. You're not going to be able to post. You're not going to be able to see any people. They're going to use this doxing thing as the weapon to hit you over the head with.
Well, what I'm saying is, let's say you get an internet bill of rights. What's the difference between that and the actual bill of rights?
Exactly.
Nothing. They're going to trample it no matter what.
It's still going to slow the process down. It's a roadblock at this point.
No, it'll complicate the process.
What we need is a new nation. That's what we need. And the first thing you do, you don't buy roads, you don't buy hospitals, you don't give single mothers and their bastards food, you buy nukes and you point it at DC so they don't fuck with you. Because that's the only thing that can guarantee that the international coalition of bankers won't fuck with you if you have a nuke pointed right at them. Look at North Korea. You know why we haven't invaded North Korea? Because they got nukes.
Well, yeah, they've got some pretty serious red backing, so yeah. Yeah. So comments, questions, concerns, Bandit?
That's about it. I just wanted to just say about the informant issue that, I mean, at this point they declared war on us. So whatever our options are, we got to talk about our options. But at least now it's everybody knows that there are enemies.
You know what your options are. Your options are pretty simple, man. Yeah. From where I sit, the options are take care of yourself, make sure that you've got a decent food supply in case shit hits the fan, make sure that you're armed, and don't engage in usury. And the second that you are forced in any way, shape, or form, you must defend yourself appropriately. And you have to be willing to accept what comes with that. Just
Agreed.
my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. Well, thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Keep it up, guys. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
I think you missed two options, Hammerhand.
Uh-oh, gimme.
You can either go out and buy a cheeseburger and get fat, or you could donate to Hammerhand at paypal.me/HammerhandTMM.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Someone's got to show your shit.
I appreciate you, man. Let's welcome TAA to the stream. TAA.
Hey, Hammer. Just wanted to, first of all, say thank you. I've thanked you a lot in the comments and stuff, but I wanted to
thank you.
You really were instrumental in getting me through my divorce and separation and all kinds of stuff like that. And oddly enough, I had found Coach Red Pill around the same time as you, and then
yes, sir.
Coach Red Pill became Coach Blue Pill in the comments when he made a video about moving to Ukraine and marrying a Ukrainian woman. So
yes, sir. If you found a both at the same time, which one was more appealing? The unfiltered beauty of rubies that is Hammerhand's content, or a couple ruby shards in a pile of poop?
Well, not all of us came out the womb red pilled like you, Undead. So I had to be woken up.
That was my
story. I had to be woken up slowly, But yeah, Hammer, I mean, my whole world was turned upside down, and then seeing it was your content that really got me to where I was at. And anyway, the Coach Red Pill stuff was good because there were red pills, and like you said, milk toast I think was perfect. And then I also wanted to just come back to what you were saying, bring it full circle. I don't know if it's a psyop or whatever. All I know is that the dude was trying to give an update from where he was at in Kharkov.
Agreed.
He had a couple kids and a wife, and like you said, we have an American organization doxing him because of his roots and whatnot. And so I had followed him pretty regularly, and on I'm still part of his Telegram or whatever. I read the comments in there. Nothing's been confirmed, like you said.
Right.
But you're just looking at this, and so I look at the root of all of us that are in this right now, that we've all tuned in and whatever. And it's what you said, Hammer. We've got to prepare, because when you become awake, you have a target on your back. Because if you just speak basic truth, it doesn't even have to be anything as profound or deep as what we're talking about. I was at a poker tournament recently, and one of the guys in there, I wouldn't say he's a friend, but an acquaintance, was saying, it was like I was in the Matrix. He was like, "Oh, just go to factcheck.org if you want to get truth." And I just had to bite my tongue and go, if you're going to factcheck.org, I mean, and so I kind of take the approach you do, Hammer. I don't force anything on anyone. I pick and choose. I've been able to help so many other men. I fall under your tree. I help other men that contact me, and the biggest thing that I see from men is that they think they're alone, or they think they're the only one going through this. And what I found is that no. Once I realized my story is no different than any of your guys' variation of stories, if you've been in a relationship or a marriage or whatever. And when you bring that light, it not only helps them, but it helps me. It gives me encouragement. I talked to a guy last night for 2 hours from New Jersey, and I could just hear the weight lifted, not because I was so profound, but because he knew that I knew what he was going through, and it helped him. And so, again, I just want to thank you, because I wouldn't be here talking. I'm not saying I would yeet myself, because I have a son, and I would have pushed through, but you helped me to see that I wasn't alone. Your most profound video that I watched, Hammer, was the one that you did where you're sitting on the picnic table, you're waving at the trucks, and then I think that you do a couple clips of you and your son laughing in your car. Yeah. That helped me so tremendously to see what is important in our fight, in our struggle. And I'm not trying to be all serious here. I like Undead, because he brings a humor to what we're talking about. I get a little serious, but we really are not too far away from. We could be in a Ukraine situation here, and people don't see it. It could be soon. And I don't know about the red, I'm in more of a red county, so maybe not here as much, but, guys that are speaking truth, you could be targeted. I mean, it could, with crypto and what they're doing with our money and all that stuff, like you said, you just have to prepare and be ready, have your stuff set aside, have some protection, and just keep your head on a swivel. That's what I'm reminded of with this Gonzalo Lira thing is, man, we've got to have our head on a swivel, because they could be coming to get us. I mean, a FEMA truck could be pulling up. Hey, I'm ready to give you and your son a shot today. No, you're not.
There's no could be. It's already in motion.
Right.
The coming to get you thing is already in motion. When we first started seeing folks show up with these fringe media attacks, it was just fringe publications. Now it's in every mainstream publication. It's in every single mainstream publication. Just because you want to gather yourself up, you don't see any worth or value in fucking around with females. You don't want to spend your money, your time, your effort on them anymore. You want to take care of it and put it on yourself. You've become a threat to them, to the system, to the way that the system is manufactured to use you. So yeah, there's nothing about this is going to happen. It's already happening.
Absolutely. So I know you got others, and I won't take your time. I do want to shout out Reverend 20 Piece, because
yes, sir.
He had put out some videos about Chris Cantu, and that's what led me. I was like, oh, I think that coach was over in Ukraine, and that's how I got connected. And say what you will about him, I collect data. I mean, it's like mining. Anybody that mines, you're mining 90% dirt to get some nuggets or some flakes. So right. I know that whatever truth he was spitting out, it was going against what we're being fed day to day. I mean, when you got, I won't say their names because it'll probably get you banned, but when you got main figures saying that Putin is bad and we must support Ukraine, and then he's going against that narrative, I was immediately locked in of like, oh, wait a minute, he's saying something that we're not. So I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. I mean, we're 2 months and this is just happening. because he was putting out a lot of content. But shout out to Reverend 20 Piece. Hammer, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And appreciate you guys.
Thank you, brother. Much appreciation, man. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, man. Any thoughts on all of this stuff, Chronic?
Oh, you're waking people up. You know, it's almost like everybody's in a permanent dream state in this giant dormitory, while Chronic's just going through their purses and pants pockets looking for some cash or some more weed. Hammerhands walk around with some symbols.
Brother, I've had a serious conversation with just about everybody in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of folks out there in my life, but I've prepared every person around me to understand that someday some crazy motherfucker could walk up on me and try to shoot my head off, or that the cops will just show up and for no reason decide that I'm public enemy number one. I am very aware that this has the potential to happen. Very aware of that. And I think that the listeners out here should be very aware of that. We're in dangerous territory as far as speech is concerned. Compelled speech, the lack of speech, the unwillingness to stand and fight for the most basic human principle is astonishing to me. So
it's going down.
It's going down, brother. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the question is like, how, we are fighting a war. Everybody that supports you, me, or any of this, you need to realize they are using every single tool to win, to defeat you. At least return the same energy.
I agree. 100 fucking%.
And it could be as small as, oh no, there's a pro-refugee rally happening. It would be a shame if all the water that they had was, you're trying to, you're not even that. It's the laxative club was meeting. Where did our water? Oh, it must have gotten switched up.
Let's welcome to the stream Slim, the crack god. What's up, Slim?
Oh, my hey, what's up, guys?
That's a hell of a name there, man. What's going on?
Tweakers today. They were looking kind of itchy.
What's up, man?
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we got you. What's up?
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, this shit is crazy, man. But I'm ready. I'm ready. Thanks to you guys. It's just that damn, man, it happened so soon. When I first turned on my PC and I saw you talking about this shit, it really woke me up. It really did, bro. And I can honestly say that a lot of people are gonna get left behind. Not just people in general, but in my immediate family, my circle. No one believes me when I talk to them about this stuff. It's just I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm all alone just in my immediate circle. Do you guys have any tips or anything or about what I should do? Because
you're awake, you're seeing what's going on. In my opinion, just my opinion, the most important thing that you can do is not to try to assuage people's fears or get them to buy into what you're saying. The most important thing that you can do is to live the way that you believe life is correct. And if you know that you've got to get yourself some supplies, get some resource reserves built up, get a firearm, get a knife, whatever you need to do, man, to make sure that you can protect yourself if you're attacked. That shit, if you want to know what that looks like, look at any major disaster in the last 15, 20 years that has been on film, and you will see a microcosm of what the world will look like when the lights go out. Now, there's nothing to suggest that that's going to happen, but there's absolutely nothing to suggest that it won't happen. So you will have a breakdown of basic principle and authority, food chains, gas chains, everything in 3 days.
Okay.
3 days. So don't waste your time trying to convince people. Take care of yourself and get yourself squared away. Maybe then you'll be in a position to try to help the ingrates that you choose to let into your life or not.
Okay. And just another question. So when I got red pilled, it was in an awkward time. So I have this friend, right? He's more along the lines of blue pill, and I'm kind of concerned that yeah, it's really bad, man. I'm kind of concerned that he might dox me in the future because we do have pictures together. We were like middle school buddies.
Do you have a
I've
channel?
probed. No, I don't have a channel, but like I think I honestly think in the future it's gonna be kind of like how it was in WW2, like normal average everyday Joes just getting told on and getting fed to the government. That's
That's
what I've.
more like that's more like a commie, like
Mhm.
Soviet Union situation. World War II was a hot war.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
before now, and when he's reporting you to the secret police, you have the chance to fight. I'll say it like that.
Okay. Yeah, like, cause
And
honestly,
if you
I
and if
don't
you
know.
have that kind of concern about anybody that's in your life, and if obviously if you're seeing it and you're feeling those vibrations, it might be prudent to put some distance between yourself and somebody that you feel could actually sell you out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a couple thousand miles.
Yeah.
okay, okay. So like as far as pictures go, I was thinking maybe I should try to like forcibly remove them through some underhanded means, but
What
I
do you mean
guess if I
pictures? Just
uh
just pretend to be a blue pill simp.
okay.
Say that you're transitioning, and then just ghost him. And so that he thinks you're just one of the woke. Just ghost him. You don't
Okay.
Yeah,
need to
just cut them
go
out, man.
too hard on that. Like the way me and Hammerhand talk about security and such is
Mhm.
because we're in positions that we're the first nails that get hammered, right?
Yeah.
But
And thank you
yeah,
guys for being the head of, like, it's very like, how could I say, what a martyr would do, and I really appreciate you guys, and I just hope in the near future your security and everything, and like your immediate family, I hope you guys are safe. I really do. I pray that nothing bad happens to you ever, because
Well, I
honestly,
appreciate your prayers, brother, but say them for yourself and say them for those that you love, because I fear that before our lives are over, we're going to be knee deep in this shit.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for letting me on your show and giving me your time. That's all I
Appreciate
had
you,
to
brother.
say.
Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, God bless. God bless.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, it does look to me like the message is getting out there, Chronic, and no matter how hard you try to suppress it, no matter how many tens of thousands of subs you whack off of my channel, your channel, the next guy's channel, you just can't stop this.
yeah. I mean, I probably influenced a couple dozen people to make channels, and then I spent time and poured my energies into teaching about 4 or 5 guys to make channels, and just downstream from that, Ribby with 100K subs now. I'm pretty sure he's at 100K. He's almost there.
He's
How many
almost
people-
there at 100K.
How many people has he inspired to make channels? So it's almost like the NFL coaching trees. It's like the chronic, warband tree. Its
Agreed.
roots run deep.
Agreed. And even those that really wouldn't see eye to eye with you on the way that you present yourself, that still inspired them to get on there and do something. I've seen several of those channels pop up.
Yeah,
So-
people, it's you got to wear a mask.
Sure.
Especially in blue pill society, you have to wear a mask.
Sure. Unfortunately. Free Ross says Ribby's at 96K.
Yeah. And even I have to wear a mask. Even
He's almost
Undead
there.
Chronic has to wear a mask on his own YouTube channel.
Yeah. That ain't no fucking joke.
Not the avatar, but like the way I speak, the content I make. Because, people listen to Ribby, people listen to Chronic, think we're just a drunk and a stoner talking some foolishness. And we do like to joke around. But when you want to talk about some serious topics and have some deep conversations, you get exposed a little bit.
Yeah, you do. Of course, you fall into that cadence and that normal rhythm of yours, and sometimes it's just hard to keep up the mask, so to speak. I'd like to take a second and welcome 602 sets of eyeballs to the stream. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for tuning in. Big ups to the chat and big ups to those master wrenches taking out the fucking trash. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome to the stream Riff Magos. What's up, Riff?
Hey, man. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother. How you doing? Sorry about the wait.
That's all right. I'm living in probably the most fake elite controlled Western country in the world.
Yeah. We've got a couple of guys over in that region that have dropped off just to secure their safety.
Add to it being proudly heathen and monk.
Yeah, man, that'll get you hung up on a fucking flagpole, won't it?
Well, I will say, I mean, many of the guys in the chat know by now that everything is not as it seems. and you'll be noticing that you feel more isolated because you're surrounded by zombies, people who are still asleep, people who still believe the mainstream media narrative and the daily dose of the propaganda news.
I mean, hey, let's just expand it. People who still believe in democracy. That's
Right, yeah.
virtually everybody.
I mean, you see them trying to shove that shit everywhere, right? We can't have a functioning democracy. We don't have a fucking democracy. This is a republic, and they're trying to turn it into a democracy so that they can come and get you.
Wait. The media is telling us how to stop democracy from functioning? I need to start watching CNN. Damn, I need to take fucking notes.
I mean, if you're going to do democracy, at least pursue the model that my ancient Hellenic ancestors pursued. Otherwise,
or just the founding fathers.
Otherwise, it's just a joke. See,
Yeah.
my founding fathers were like Pericles and that.
Absolutely, man. So
But
Carl, go ahead.
one thing I've found living in this country, I mean, especially being monk and for 10 years now, and being surrounded by guys who get butthurt by my videos from my little 142 sub channel, which is hilarious.
It is.
And guys who purportedly, pretend to be MGTOW, but it's like I take the piss out of everybody, including the doll fuckers, and they didn't like that very much. So I thought, you know what? Thanks for the material, and being surrounded by so many people who are so freaking obedient in this country.
Yeah,
they've never.
That's a little disheartening, ain't it?
Oh, I mean, these people have never had foreign troops marching down the streets. They've never been under, say, the Nazi regime.
Are you in Kiwi land?
Australia.
Oh, they got a ton of sheep there, don't they? Like actual sheep.
I mean, I've been here since I was 2 years old, and I'm still trying to figure these people out.
Yeah, they're.
But I mean,
that Australia is one of the most cucked fucking countries I've ever seen.
And
hey, I'll move there once it's a Chinese colony. Might get kind of big.
It's coming. It's close.
At least the food will be better.
Yeah. You think about it, man. What is the population of Australia? Is about 26 million?
I think it's about 22 at the moment.
Yeah, that's basically the population of New York City.
Yeah.
So you got that entire fucking continent there. It's just untapped resources. Now you know why the Chinese are flooding in.
Right. But
and they're letting them. See, that's the thing too, is that your fucking government is letting them.
Yeah, because it's all about the
no, Hammerhand. I would let Chinese come into the warband nation.
Shit.
Just young women of fertile age, 18 to 23, with a BMI under 27. That's all.
Shit, boy, they get busy with that cleaver on you.
I'll take all of them. It'll be half a nation in 30 years.
In the chat here, Carl O. Kresnilik, did I get that right? Gold money froze my account. I fear they may be trying to steal my grams of gold. Isn't that fucked up?
Oh, I got another great comment. America's Devil says mercenaries will be paid to murder Americans. Bro, have you heard of the police?
It's kind of the fucking cops. It's kind of the cops. They're paid to enforce the structure of law, and law is not what you think it is.
Yeah, a translation is they're paid to take out the will of the politicians. They don't care about
living in this country. Don't tell me about the cops. Fucking hell.
Oh my god!
You see that video of it was the COVID riots? That one mad lad who like knocked out 3 cops as they were running down the street.
No, I didn't see that, but I should have.
Glorious, absolutely glorious. You could hear the piggy squeal even though there's no audio.
It's fucking crazy. So, Riff, comments, questions, concerns, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm finding myself embracing being more of a hermit these days. By the way, it's kind of interesting how YouTube sort of censored out my Spartan shield. It's not showing up in the chat on the YouTube, which I find hilarious.
They probably designated it a hate symbol.
Yeah.
I'm not even shitting.
Yeah, I mean, I just checked now. It's not showing up. That's fucking hilarious.
Not even kidding. Yeah, that's pretty fucking hilarious. Hexen in the chat. I tried to get Gonzalo to Romania, and he refused. This is what happens when you stay in a shithole like the Ukraine.
But I mean,
he had to be proven right. He had to be proven right by everything he said, so he had to stay there.
Apparently. So what's up, Riff?
During the last 35 years, I've gathered myself my own library, so I don't need the online world when the shit hits the fan. I'm good. I've got, probably 1,000 books at the moment.
My man.
I've got
There you go.
floor piles and guitar amp piles.
The Library of Alexandria, Riff Magos possesses, right?
Exactly. Someone's got to do it.
Right.
And the important thing is with having real books is no one can come in and edit bits of information out.
That's what you say until I sneak in at night and draw penises on all the covers.
Hey, I've got my my fully sharp blades here, so no problem.
That's right. You're gonna get fucking knifed in the thighs, homie.
At least with my axes and my swords, they don't run out of ammo.
Right. Right.
But I mean, I'm noticing, like, being, monk in this country surrounded by Karens. Can you imagine that for a second? You're living in a country surrounded by Karens. Man-hating
Australian Karens are gross because white women age like bananas in the sun. They're all outside all day.
So how does a monk survive? Well, you become as invisible as you can.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. For most people, I mean, I'm a little bit different, man. I can't just disappear. I mean, I've got to make sure that my fellas are educated to this, or at the very least, they have the option of getting away from it and getting out of it. So,
especially when you're sort of our size, it's not easy to be invisible at the best.
Agreed. No, it's not easy.
But I mean,
it's nice to have you on.
Wherever I go, I mean, I could be surrounded by the worst Karens, and they take one look at me and they shut up pretty quickly. One even tried to attack me on the bus for not wearing a mask.
No shit.
They turned around and I sort of gave them the stare, and they just shut up, which is great. It's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Some of us are not falling for this crap, and some of us actually appreciate a wonderful thing called, oxygen.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. Me likey.
None of the bus drivers say anything, funnily enough. It's the Karens in the bus that give me the sour looks, but they don't dare say anything.
Right on, brother. Man, it's nice of you to come in. I appreciate you.
Yeah, good to talk to you guys. Keep up the good work, and I'll continue my little rant. I'll be the ranting voice in the wilderness, shall I?
Oh, I appreciate your videos. I watch them. So,
one's coming soon. I've just been sort of enjoying the silence.
Yeah, it's all right, man. I mean, there's no need to think that you should be on a schedule. Just do your thing. It's organic. That's all I need. It's just good.
Thanks, guys.
Peace, Riff.
Take care.
Peace, man. Peace. And it's the two of us. We got one guy backstage. Joe, I'm looking at you, man. Relax 1 second. Let me get into a couple of these comments, and then we'll get to you. Jack Severus, 1,000 books, man. That's impressive. Compton, 2952. The U.S. government has almost given the Ukrainians $1 trillion. Any questions on whose side they're on? No questions at all. No questions. I knew whose side they're on.
Not yours.
They're not on your side. That's for damn sure. Dom Grindrod. I love the Aussie accent, mate. Gis us a Fosters, mate. Regular. Facts. The Chinese will send every marsupial into extinction. Yeah, they will. Man. Channel 1800 likes up, Brutas. You are strong enough for 600 likes. Yes, sir. I'm not going to finish the rest of that. I'm sorry. Mike Roche, the cokehead of Kyiv. I don't know what his personal preferences were. I heard that. But in this age where people are slammed and lambasted and they are run all the way to the wall until those people sue, they sue their fucking balls off. I mean, look at what happened with the Covington Catholic kids with Nick Sandman. He sued their fucking asses to death. Kyle Rittenhouse sued their asses to death. Jeremy Hambley from the Quartering sued their asses to death. Sargon of Akkad sued them. There's a whole bunch of money changing hands here when you decided you're going to go out and you're just going to butt fuck people and be damned the consequences. And that's what happens when you have an agency, the media agency, the hierarchy of media. They have no restrictions now telling them that they can't propagandize their own population. And that's what they're doing.
They suck.
Yeah, they suck.
I think it's like cognizant. I'm like, nah, they suck. I hate them.
Yeah, right on, man. That was nice and to the point. I appreciate that. Let's welcome to the stream Joe Kingley. What's up, Joe?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sorry about the wait there, brother.
It's okay. I've been enjoying the conversation. I'm learning a lot.
So what's going on?
History was never my thing growing up, but I just like learning about it. I also don't like it because, most of it's bad news.
Well, in school,
But
what's history in school?
Totally.
Name the last. What happened in the year 1919? Tell me like 100 feminists and when they were born and how much schlong they sucked.
Yeah.
No one likes school history.
By the way, it's my first time on here with Chronic. So what's up?
Well, Chronic says, "What's up?" I see the couple of folks that are backstage still. Stay patient, guys. I'll get to you.
Oh yeah. So I don't want to be too long. I actually wrote down. I guess have questions on. I guess not with the Ukraine-Russia thing, but more with prepping. A little bit of MGTOW, but mostly prepping. Because Hammer, you might know this, but I'm at maybe like a lot of people in the chat, I'm at a turning point in my life.
Yes,
where
sir. Point
I'm
USA
not too
with
young,
Charlie Kirk.
Sorry, what?
Turning Point USA with Charlie Kirk. I'd suggest you leave.
Nah. Because I'm not too young, but I'm not old either. And to be honest, I still live with my parents, but I'm planning on moving out this summer. But it's why
are you moving out?
Well, one, because I just.
Do you want to? Do they want you to?
They don't specifically want me to. They're kind of indifferent.
If you move out and you rent a place, you're giving your money to people that hate you. If you move out, I delay it until you can get a place of your own, even a trailer on an acre. Don't move out and rent. Don't do that.
Agreed.
Oh,
if your parents are indifferent to it, or if you could just give them a little bit of scratch and just kind of call it even until you can get your shit saved up, stay with your parents, man.
Oh, okay.
The push for men to get out on their own and to acquire all of these fucking resources is so that they can get used up by the system. Unless it's something that you absolutely want to do, of course, follow your heart and do what it is that you want to do, but don't do it under misconceptions. Make sure that it's 100% about you and what satisfies you. Don't do it on thought, like guesses and what bitches might want. Fuck all that.
Oh yeah. Definitely that's one advantage of many of being single. I don't have to worry about, am I going to live with my girlfriend? Where does she want to go?
Right on.
But
right on. And trust me, man, you will appreciate that down the road.
Yeah. I guess it's like a list of pros and cons, everything has its advantages, disadvantages. But one reason I want to move out is with the whole quote unquote pandemic thing, my parents are just, let's say, completely on the other end. I once tried to tell them nicely about things I found. They didn't like it. They actually got mad.
Some folks absolutely need to be told what to do and how to live. It's ingrained in people, even right up till today, more so today than 30 years ago. It's ingrained in people that if you're good and you're obedient, bad things don't happen to you, which is absolutely not the truth.
And the weird part is, well, it's not weird now, but I thought it was weird. My parents are, normal, intelligent people. They went to post-grad schools or grad schools, whatever. So nothing to do with IQ, exactly what you said. Some people just follow what's on TV.
Agreed.
But anyway, back to how it relates to, I guess, prepping. I've been new to prepping, and I've been recently getting bins, getting food. I feel like I have to hide things from my parents, even though I'm an adult, because it's like if they catch me even with food, they're like, why are you getting that? We have a lot of food.
I think one of the things with parents and children is that children have a much harder time recognizing that they're not children anymore. And adults have a very hard time recognizing that their kids aren't 12, even when they're 50.
Yeah.
They have a very hard time with that. That's one hell of a dynamic. And you're just going to have to be yourself, irrespective of the discomfort that it causes your parents. They'll either get used to it and accept it, or they will tell you that you got to go, or you'll make the decision that you've got to go. One way or the other, you have to be yourself no matter who you're around. You can't wear a different face for every person in front of you.
Yeah, so assuming I, save my money and stay here while I can, you and Chronic suggest to for me and others, like save until we can get like really something of our own and not rent.
Agreed. Yes, sir.
Dude,
Okay.
even just get an acre of land and a shitty trailer.
Yeah. I mean, and save your money. Stack that fucking green. If you can put that green away for 12 solid months, you built a foundation for the rest of your life. As long as you're not fucking dumb and you piss it away on some broad or bad investments or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
you know, blow it all on
cost me
weed,
$10.
guns, cocaine. Oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm calling myself
Shit
out.
like that. Right? So comments, questions, concerns, Joe?
One more relating to MGTOW specifically. I'll try to keep it short, but in my job now, which you kind of know about, I literally share an office, a small office, very small, with a female coworker. She's not terrible, but she's like, I can't understand her. It's like she has two personalities, but I just don't know how I can share a small office with a female coworker. And
She's a machine. She's work equipment.
Yeah.
Just treat her like that.
Yeah. Just don't get caught alone. Don't draw the blinds. Don't give anybody the opportunity to put you in a bad position. You know what I'm saying?
Wear a hidden mic too. Just wear a hidden mic.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do it.
yeah, we don't have, I just found out recently, we don't, for some reason, have cameras in the classroom. They have them in the hallways, just not in the classroom.
Well, if it turns out that you end up being the only person in the classroom with her and she's giving you creepy vibes, make sure that you get out of the classroom.
Or you can just simp for her and then she'll never want to get with you.
No.
Yeah, you could do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just take care of yourself.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I know there's other people, so
yes, sir.
That's all I gotta say for now. Thanks for your help.
Appreciate you, Joe. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
Peace, bro. Oh, man. And we got one more, and we're going to bring him back in here. Broderick Black. What's up, Broderick? You get that shit fixed?
Nah.
No. Broderick, you there? Nope, he's gone. Yeah, he just dropped out again. His equipment's kind of hit and miss there. So, Broderick, if you can get that squared away, homeboy, we'll get you back in here, man, on the next one. So, Mr. Chronic, American news agencies doxing citizens in foreign countries. How long is it going to be until it starts happening here?
I mean, I won't be surprised. I mean, your dox is already out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got doxed.
No,
now, if they dox me, they could dox anyone, to be honest. But you know, they say freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. I retort, freedom of the press doesn't mean freedom from consequences.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, no. Maybe we should try to do like a Rumble or Odyssey stream at some point, because I'm not trying to get your channel going right now.
Oh, you're good, man.
I refuse to take, even though I've had some people come on my show and say some pretty crazy shit and I haven't lost it, I'm still not going to risk it. But I'd want to go into detail.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can set something up for. I mean, I'm on Odyssey, so if you can get an Odyssey going, then sure,
We'll make it like a
we'll do
podcast. We can just make it like a podcast too.
We could just make a cast and then just put it up there and just do the thing. Just no live guests or anything.
Mm-hmm. But hey, thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, you're welcome, Chronic. I hope everything goes well today, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, it's been a great day. It's chest day today.
Peace, brother. Pump it up.
Oh yes, peace.
And it's just us. One more again. Francesco Fregal. Hammer has a 50 cal pew pew. That was awesome. That is right there. Sitting right there. Hold on. Just like there. That way the old censors can't come in here and take my shit or knock my channel off. That's the only thing that I was concerned about with this. I have concerns for any man that has gone the route of somebody that is getting a passport and going to that fucking country. You're abandoning your country, right? Is there anything really to hold on to here? Not really. as far as sexual desires, as far as being with a woman that's decent, that's not a piece of dog shit, a slut and a fucking whore. Nah, not really. Those women, you call those women nuns now. You call them nuns because they don't want to be associated with anything. They've given their lives to a higher purpose, and respect to them for that. But you abandon your country, you go somewhere else, and then you get yourself caught up in a war. It's unbelievable to me that Americans, expats that are living in the Ukraine, did not see this coming. You had to have seen this coming. We saw it coming. How come you didn't? And then on top of that, what else? You go and you get video after video after video in direct opposition to the people that are in your country, running your country, calling them fakes and frauds and paper tigers and all of that shit. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the right to say that. Of course, you should have the right to say that. But then an American media company doxes you, sells you down the river, not because you were talking about Zelensky, not because you were embracing some aspects of Vladimir Putin, but because you have a low opinion of sluts and whores. That's amazing, isn't it? The Daily Beast has not heard the last of this, no matter what comes of it. If Lyra makes it out of this with his life, I can virtually guarantee you that there's going to be something going on legally. I can guarantee that. Guaranteed. And they should be run out of fucking business, and we should immediately reinstitute the rules that allow these scumbag organizations, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, any of these alphabet soup group motherfuckers that propagandize the population out here. That should be illegal. It should be forbidden by pain of death. You should not be able to do this to your own population of people, or anybody else's for that matter. That's why people are so fucking twisted. They don't know which way to turn. They don't know what to believe. They don't know how to distinguish fantasy from reality. You might want it that way, but I don't. That's not what I want. 595 sets of eyeballs still watching this demented old fuck Spurg. Thank you. Appreciate every one of you. Big time. I'm going to get in the chat real quick, and we're going to try to finish this off. Pecus Bagakis. Bagakis? Did I get that right? Can I call in and make chicken noises? No. Professor Spud, Daily Beast is a crazy woke leftist rag like Vox. Didn't Vox just get put out of business? Or was it one of those other crap sites like Mike? I think Mike is gone. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. The camera switched off. All I did was move the fucking mat here. I really got to get another USB setting. Hang on 1 second. Let me get this squared away real quick. Because it defaults. Yeah, it defaults to this other piece of shit here. This fucking notebook cam. Let me see if we can get that fixed. Well, I guess we ain't going to get it fixed, so fuck it. We'll just use this one for right now. Let's see if we can get this popped up. There we go. I get that other shit off of there. There you go. 6 companies control 90% of the mainstream media. Oh, well, what a shock. Francesco Fragal. Others that went missing never got found. No, they didn't. Or they're still locked up, or they've been murdered. And it's just being covered up, But as long as Ukrainian Nazis are fighting, we'll just endorse the Ukrainian Nazis and not everybody else. We'll just do that. We'll just do that. Devlin McBain, hoping the commies will do the job for them. How utterly cowardly. How do you say you have an ornamental cock without words? I don't know, and I'm not going to try to say it. Let me check these settings real quick and see if we can get this motherfucker to bite. Nope, I guess we can't get it to bite, so fuck it. We'll just stick with this one. I'm not a fan of this notepad camera. Reese Williamson, monopolies should be illegal. They should be. They should be. Jesus Guerra, rent is a scam. I don't know about that. It's pretty straightforward. The way that it, ebbs and flows, that's kind of fucky. Diamond Seeker, they fucking doxed him and now he's dead. I don't know that he's dead. So I don't know if he's dead or not. All I'm saying is that you have media companies, the Daily Beast, contacting foreign government authorities, officials, to break a fucking citizen because they don't like what the citizen said. That can't be excused. That can never be overlooked. That can never be overlooked. Giant purple people eater. Hammer, gotta say this has been the worst news I've heard. Well, hopefully this has a happy ending. Hopefully. I don't see how it will. Even if Lyra is not deceased, even if he hasn't been killed, it's not going to be a happy ending, because you have the ramifications of what happens when your media decides to inject itself into somebody's life and destroy them. This is not the first time that this has happened. And it's shocking, absolutely fucking shocking to me, the short memories that people have when it comes to things like this. I can't understand why people aren't outraged and why they're not marching in the fucking streets. And then I think about it a little bit, and then I absolutely get it. I absolutely understand why these folks are not shocked and outraged. It's because nobody really gives a fuck about anybody. We have been atomized very effectively. We don't give a shit about nothing. We don't care about nothing or no one. So it's very easy to break people, to segment people out, to go over there and kill that guy or that girl. And the rest of the people are just like, yeah, well, they probably did something to deserve it. Or that bitch said something that I didn't like. That's the reaction that you get from people now. What disgusting fucking bench warmers. They make me sick. Most of them make me sick. I can't stand them. Feral Ravage, believing the wrong thing is how they justify disregarding your humanity. That's correct. That's a super dangerous mindset. How much longer can these people cope and justify evil behavior? As long as they want to. My man, as long as they want to. Until they start getting held to a standard that they can't fucking worm and squirm their way out of. They'll be doing this until the fucking cows come home or until the species evaporates. And I've got some harsh words for my white folks out there. You're to blame for this. You are. You're to blame for this. White people allowed this to happen to themselves. We might fight each other viciously, but the allowal of things like CRT, the ability to get in there and despise yourself, hate yourself, think that you're wrong because of X, Y, and Z, generational slavery, you get generational mindset that goes with that. That's all on you, white people. You did that to yourselves. If you motherfuckers go extinct, it's because you willed that into existence. You feel me? And you let your kids bite down on it too. Your grandparents are rolling in their fucking graves right now, wondering what all of that sacrifice was about for us to be here right now at this point in time. Ghost MGTOW, this white boy didn't co-sign that shit. I didn't co-sign it. I don't believe in any of that. The unfortunate part is millions of them do. You saw them fucking cucks out there on their knees kissing the feet of black folks so that they could make up for them fucking sins. It wouldn't have mattered if it was black folk, other white folk, brown folk. It makes no difference. The fact is, you capitulated. You acquiesced to something that doesn't exist. That's fucked up shit. Sean McCormick, we got comfortable with our slavery. All of them did. Giant purple people eater. Also keep your food stocked and your powder dry. It's going to get ugly over here in the next few months. God bless America. Long live the Republic. What's left of it. Mr. Hathaway, not all white people are at fault. Every white person that is not standing up and doing something, commenting on videos like this, watching videos like this, going to your local town hall, stating your objections, going to fucking city hall, stating your objections, calling your Congress people, your senators. If you ain't doing that, shut the fuck up. Do you know how many people are doing that? Next to none. Next to none. Zero. Do you know how I can tell? Because nothing has changed. Because if politicians think that there's a fucking wave to ride, they break out their surfboard made of money and they ride the wave. Dr. Paradox. The things are weird. Most Ukrainians support Russia. Russia allows citizens to have guns and put gold standard on the ruble. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Francesco Fregal, we are already daemons. Daemons like the mailer daemon from AOL. Remember those? Channel 1800 apologizing ourselves out of existence. I mean themselves. Yeah, you got it. But unfortunately, we're going to end up getting swept away with them. Dom Grindrad. I always get that. I always want to say Grodd, like Gorilla Grodd. Read Brave New World, gents. If you've never read it, it was written in 1932. It's basically the world we live in now. Devlin McBain. Ugh, not my grands. Vic. Probably. Sean McCormick. Thank the Lord for homeschooling. And there should be a whole lot more of that. Man, if you've got kids in school, there is no sacrifice too great to stop your children from being indoctrinated into despising you, into hating you. Don't let that happen. Get your kids out of school. Make whatever life adjustments that you need to make. You should be in charge of that, not the state. Not the state. And in my opinion, kids in school today have a pretty good chance of being mentally and physically raped by their teachers, especially the fairy bunch, those LGBTQ motherfuckers, them scumbags, them, the mentally deficient ones, and it's all of them. Stop apologizing for them. Stop trying to find reasons to forgive them. We already know that they're in the wrong. All of them. Salt Distributor, I'm ready for the collapse. You're in the collapse. The prolapse collapse. You're in it right now. You can't smell that shit. I smell it. I need to change that mic cover. Dom Grindrad, our recent ancestors died in vain. Pretty depressing that they were manipulated, but we will not be. No, sir, I will not be. 3 and 3 at Hammerhand. I have never been an apologist. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Die on your fucking feet. Die on your feet. You have a choice. If you're headed to the afterlife, go there standing tall. Vitless, may my Catholic grandparents sit in purgatory as punishment for voting for Democrat. Well, maybe not. Democrats of the grandparents are not the Democrats of today. You see, that has been usurped. It's been taken over. It's been replaced. They kept the name, just like Disney, just like Star Wars, just like Star Trek, just like Doctor Who, just like Marvel Comics and DC Comics. They kept the name and replaced everything else. Replaced everything else. Speednom Sadast, CRP being missing is the last straw. We have a confirmation that the West is trying to crack down on the very foundations our ancestors built. Well, I don't say that it's the last straw. The way I see that is that it's a convergence of bad decisions and bad actors. That's the way that I see that. That's the way that I see that. Did they go after him? Did the Daily Beast go after this guy with the intent that this was going to happen? Absolutely. Of course they did. If this guy has been killed, if he's a prisoner, if he's been molested in any way, shape, or form, all of that is on this scumbag piece of shit news organization. And they should pay the price. The price is up to and including death. Whatever happens to Lyra should happen to them. Just like false accusers. Whatever happens to a man that is accused of rape, sodomy, sexual assault, that's proven to be false, or they admit to filing false charges, they should get the sentence. Strange, beautiful music. Hammerhand, speaking the truth. I speak all the truth, sir. And why? Why do I speak the truth? Because I can't live with lies. I refuse. Channel 1800, word, hammer. Infinity Serpent, we are the last bastion of men. All the rules that govern the old generations are torn asunder. The only way back to normalcy is to remove the problematic system entirely. I absolutely agree with you. And there's no better way to do that. Pack up your wallet, pack up your principles, your morals, your ethics, your values, and get to stepping. Tell these motherfuckers, no, we're going to put you in jail. No, we're going to shoot you dead. No. That's it. That's it. They're willing to go to the fucking wall with it. I'm willing to go to the wall with it. I don't know if you are. A lot of people aren't ready to hear that. I've lived long enough to understand what's going on and how people are getting fucked and why they're getting fucked. And I don't like that. And I don't want to participate in it. You cannot compel me. You cannot force my participation, no matter what you do. Island Hermit, Coach Red Pill, was in the heart of Ukraine of the Ukraine when all of this was going on. Started watching his videos again. He was in Kharkov when Kharkov was being bombed. So yeah. Daryl Dundee, the witch hunt continues in private. It's always been a private matter until they need it to be a public matter. Then they want to. Then they move to the phase where they have to try to manufacture consent for persecution. You know how many people sit out? Do you know how many people would sit on a busy highway and watch a cop run up to you and just blast you down? No reason. For no reason. Do you know how many times I've seen that on YouTube, on chest cam videos, walking right up behind somebody with a fucking gun drawn, executing them? Oh, well, he didn't do what I said. Cops are going to be public enemy number one when shit hits the fan. You will see them shed them badges and uniforms very, very quickly. Agents of the fucking state. They work for them. They enforce the tyranny. I don't see much eye to eye with leftists and motherfuckers like that, but I absolutely agree with that statement. Keekin Rees, it feels like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. Well, it might not be that hopeless, but I don't think you're really wrong. Pooping while standing. Just this week, CRP goes missing after the left attacks him. Tim Pool recorded a credible death threat after being swatted 4 times. And woman who created Libs of TikTok has been attacked and doxxed. Turned out to be a Jewish woman. So Mr. Chronic says. I think it was Chronic that said that. If it wasn't, shout yourselves out. Red pill pipe hitter. I have stood with my heels together at a 45-degree angle and raised my right hand to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is not what I signed up for. No one signed up for this, especially when you start to see it. When you start to see it, it's like, oh man. Oh man. There's nobody's coming out of this with clean hands. Nobody. Draw a pin. It was start to me. I noticed it during the BLM riots. They were tearing up Los Angeles, but when they got close to CNN, they had a security detail like no other out there protecting those motherfuckers. Neil Jedi 1, exactly 100% truth. Mike Roche, I think it's Roche or Roke. Daily Beast scumbags is celebrating in some perverted way right now. I guess they are. Of course they are. There are people that are celebrating this man's disappearance. I showed you that one scumbag, supposed war correspondent, that fucking tranny. That ain't no woman. That ain't no woman, man. If that's a legit female, if that's got a hole down there that wasn't stabbed up in there, yeah, that's an unlucky bitch. Francesco Fregal, only us diamond dogs are left. Schlitz Malt Knicker, Ghost Nation. Oh man, Greenie Fly, the fat nutter, Hammerhand. When I think my girlfriend loves me, I realize I'm more into her than she is into me. It hurts that MGTOW is painfully correct. Maybe you should sit down and have a conversation with her, man, and ask her if that's legit, if that's the truth. Because if she cops to that and she says that that's the truth, that you love her this much, I love you 3,000, bitch. I only love you 1,000. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying that if that's the way that it is, you deserve to know so that you can make educated decisions and choices. You do not want to be some standby, some prop in your own life. You do not want to be that, man. Trust me, you don't want to be that. If you're thinking it now and you're feeling it now, chances are it's probably true. You know, people can talk themselves into any kind of bullshit. And I'm not saying that maybe you didn't talk yourself into feeling this way. But if you want to get it clear, sit her down and talk to her. And if you find out that that's the truth, make a good decision for yourself, man. Don't be some bitch's backup. Don't be that. Soft Sands, fat nutter, LOL. Speed Nom, in Bulgaria, the price of cooking oil has gone up more than 200%, same as most food prices. Yeah, bro. We're 30% inflation here right now. 30%. It's fucking stunning where prices are going. Cost me 65 fucking bucks to fill up a 13-gallon tank. 65 bucks. For all you scumbags that voted for Biden and that inept cunt Kamala Harris, thanks, I think. We go 4 years with no fucking wars, no nothing, and now we're ass deep in world trauma. This is not our fucking problem. People need to stop making this our problem. If these fucking idiots want to go and kill each other and bomb each other out of existence, fuck them. Let them do it. Don't come over here and fuck with us, or we'll just glass you. It's that simple. Why can't it be that simple? Free Ross, love is a Disney fantasy. Francesco Fregal, her love will never be over 9,000. Let me get to the bottom of this, man. Roderick Sage, bring it. Steve Sanchez, make the best choice for yourselves, brothers. No one can guide you to paradise but you. And I agree with that 100%. Dr. Paradise, in UK, in some places, diesel and some food items are missing. U.S. once said that they won't leave Europe without throwing us into war. Yeah, I can believe that too. In Poland, most people leave houses, go back to the parents and the grandparents. The Pooch warrior in the garden mentality. Yes. Yeah, I feel you on that one. I know what you're talking about. Rajesh Roshan, did I get that right? I won't apologize for saying this. I'm not sorry anymore when journalists are murdered for being journalists. Neither am I, because they're not fucking journalists. They're war apologists. They're war propagandists. Fuck them. If they go over there and they get smoked, oh well, one less liar to worry about. These motherfuckers toe the line of this imperialist cocksucking nation. Look, man, I love my country. I don't love my government. This government stinks. It stinks. It stinks like dog shit and death. And it has always stunk like that, almost since the beginning. Bob the Barbarian, a man admitted to me last week that he voted for Biden. Everyone started talking shit. Haven't seen him since. Good. Run that motherfucker out of here. Most popular president ever. 81 million. At Hammerhand, Abby Scotland Flower, at Hammerhand, I have a theory that CRP maybe had an incurable disease and wanted to go big. I don't participate in shit like that. I don't participate in shit like that. Until we have a body or we have confirmation that the guy is safe, the only thing that I know is that he has gone missing after being doxxed by an American news agency. That's part of an international conglomerate. That's all I know. And the fact that I know that the news agency participated in whatever has happened to this guy, yeah. Glacial Chinchilla, when do we start stringing up politicians for tree ornaments? I think that that's coming a lot faster than a lot of people thought that it was coming. And I mean that. These folks can't talk forever. They'll try. They'll try to filibuster their way out of being strung the fuck up. They'll try. There's only so much talking that is going to be done before these people get to the end of that proverbial rope, and there won't be any more talking, and there won't be enough police and enough military to stop a national mob. There won't be, and a lot of good folks are going to die. That's just the way it's going to be. We've seen it. History is replete with this notion. It has happened over and over and over and over again. You would figure at some point, some government, some system of governance somewhere would be developed or smart enough or conscious enough not to fuck with people like this. I guess they just haven't learned a hard enough lesson. I hope that you folks are safe. I hope that you're happy. And I hope that if you're not, that you're working on being safe and happy. And that you have a good long life and a rest today. And remember that every day above dirt, that's a pretty damn good day. Right now, my body is in pain, like a lot of pain. But at least I can feel something. At least I'm not fucking dead. I'm not wrecked. I'm not wheelchair bound. And to those of you that are, you have my respect. It's not a knock on you. What I'm saying is that there's always something to be thankful for. Always. Try to find that in your day, from day to day, and build on it. And don't make silly decisions when you feel bad or poor about yourself. Because if you ain't got anybody local that wants to see you wake up, I want to see you wake up. I want to see you fight and struggle against life, because that's what life is about. heard him, Hammer.